What's going on, guys? It's Madison, man. I'm coming to you again with another commentary, and this time we have Joe Bomber Road to the Show, episode 7. And we left off with Joe just starting his second season in AAA ball, hoping to get called up. Hasn't happened yet. Joe knows he can be a superstar in this league to come, win many MVP awards, and just maybe set records for home runs hit in seasons and careers or a career home run, but he hasn't gotten that opportunity yet. Brandon Moss, unfortunately, is blocking his way to the big leagues, and right now, towards the middle of the gameplay, you're going to see Brandon Moss catch fire in the episode with the big league club, because we check in every once and again just to see how they're doing, see how Joe stacks up against other people in the Oakland A's roster. And right here you see Joe taking some pointers from the hitting coach before he steps into BP. And we're playing the Las Vegas 51s. And Joe in his first at bat, he was hot coming into the video. And first pitch he sees in this episode, he grounds out to the pitcher. No big deal. Joe just didn't make good contact. He's a free swinger. And as you can see right there, Joe's definitely a free swinger as he swings at a pitch low and inside and pops it up to the pitcher, who makes an acrobatic play and almost gets the runner out at first. But fortunately, he's safe. So the Sacramento River Cats had another chance to score there. And with Joe in his third at bat of the game, he hits a single up the middle that turns out to be a RBI single, and Joe advances to second on the throw. I don't believe they called that a double. I do believe it was a weakly hit single up the middle as Joe steps in for his fourth at bat of the game. The River Cats losing 7-4, and Joe says, "I'm gonna do something about that." Takes that pitch outside. He drives it the other way for a no doubt home run, absolute moonshot in Iron Horse Stadium. I would assume that's named after Lou Gehrig, since he was the Iron Horse. And Joe takes that hanging slider, it looked like, into right field for another base hit in the game. And that was Joe's opportunity to win the game in the 10th inning, but he doesn't get it done. So he comes up again in the... this is his opportunity in the 10th to have a game-winning hit. And he just hits it up the middle for a single. So Joe sadly could not get a walk-off home run as he would have liked, as his team would have liked, as probably the fans of Sacramento would have liked. So right now they're playing against the Reno Aces, I believe that is, and Joe takes his pitch high and outside, and he drives it, and it just gets over a wall for another home run. Joe Bomber with his second home run of the episode. I believe that's his 11th or 12th of the season. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. But Joe steps into the box. They're losing 7-4 again. And Joe gives this one a nice drive and warning track power on that one as the left fielder caught it right on the warning track. So Joe is very frustrated that he's not hitting the ball out of the ballpark as much as he would like in the early stages of the season. Joe wants to set records. Joe wants to hit balls out of the ballpark at an extreme rate, an unrealistic rate. He wants to do it. He wants to be that guy that sets the records, breaks Barry Bonds' record. He wants to be that guy as Joe hits a single, smashes it past the shortstop for another hit, and he advances to 2 on the throw to third, and both runners are safe, and Joe gets 18 training points on that at bat. As you see, the River Cats ended up winning that game 5-4. So we're going to play. And Joe, you look at his current advancement goals, and they said full 40-man roster. That's the second time that he has been blocked from the big leagues by a full 40-man roster. So Joe's getting frustrated at this point. He's hitting the ball well. He's running the bases well. He's fielding well. He's doing everything the organization is asking him to, and he's still not called, and he's still not gotten his chance to be in the big leagues yet. So he's very frustrated. So in order to kind of show the big leagues he's their guy, to show the people in the front office he's the next one, he starts to swing at everything to try and hit everything over the fence. And sometimes it doesn't go his way, and sometimes he'll hit little dribblers up the middle, and sometimes he'll hit an absolute bomb. And right there, Joe pulls one down the first baseline, and the first baseman just picks it up off the hop and tags first for the out. Joe gets 6 training points right there as Joe smokes one of the shortstop. Unfortunately, this one is caught this time for a unconventional double play. You shouldn't make the first baseman jump. That's not really fundamental baseball. But Joe takes that slider that breaks inside, and he rockets it up the middle for a hit to the center fielder as Joe advances the runner to second base for 14 training points. So Joe is all around trying to get it done. He's being very aggressive as Joe takes that one, hits a dribbler through the gap between the second and first baseman. So another hit into right field for Joe as he receives 4 training points on that play. Joe's hitting .357 with 14 home runs as he hits another moonshot. He decides to wait back on that off-speed pitch and absolutely drive it out of the ballpark for 20 training points. And they're playing the Nashville Sounds in this one, and Joe's second at bat, he hits a nice deep drive and off of the batter's eye. That's farther than 420 feet. That's an absolute moonshot as of in this field, and just a home run in any field. As Joe, in the second game of the series, he decides he wants to switch it up, see if he can hit for a better average. So he switches up his swing and somewhat models Shin-Soo Choo. So Joe, in his first at bat with the new stance, hits a single to left field, and in his third at bat, as Joe grounded out the other one, Joe hits one down the line, and he is hustling his way to second as he will not be awarded a hit. He is awarded a 2-base error on the first baseman. So Joe is just he's trying to figure it out. He met with the hitting coach who changed up his stance a bit, and Joe takes that outside pitch and he says, I'm not going to try and hit it out of the ballpark. I'm just going to slap it the other way for a single. And Joe does exactly that. He gets 12 training points, and that's going to raise his average. That's going to make his numbers look better to the big league club. And Joe right here waits back on this fastball, and he just hits it into center field. Looked like right center, and the center fielder misplays it. So Joe is going for 3, and they award him the triple on this one for his amazing hustle. And Joe is awarded 30 training points and a RBI triple on that play. And Joe, in the top of the 7th with a 1-2 count, he sees the pitch, it's high, and Joe just sees that hanger, and he just takes it absolutely deep. It looked like it might have gotten out of the ballpark, over the bullpen, and over those signs for 32 training points. And in Joe's last at bat, he's 0-2 in the top of the 8th. He hits one to the shortstop, and the shortstop makes a great play to throw Joe out at first base. And that will end Joe's night, and that will end this episode. I will see you guys later. I'm Sunman. Comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you think of Joe's, how long you think it will take Joe to reach the big leagues within the next few episodes or not, and have a great day. Peace.